The Gina and Matty podcast.
Good morning, Nikki.
Oh, good morning. How are we
Good morning.
doing?
We're good. We're good. It's nearly the weekend. We love when we see you because it's Friday.
It's my weekend. I don't work on Fridays.
Oh, how good.
You get the 4-day week?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love that.
But you have to wheel in here and talk to us, so it is
that's all
kind of
right.
like a chore.
No, not at all.
Apart from Tasha's 40th birthday party on the weekend, what is happening across the coast that everyone should be getting around?
Yes, Tash is turning 40 tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Tash.
birthday.
She's been planning her party since her 30th, so it's a big deal.
And that's not open to everyone on the Central Coast. That's just one of the events that's
Yeah,
it's a
it's
behind
happening.
closed
She's going
doors
to
event.
kill me for this. All right, so what's happening on the Central Coast
Yeah.
this weekend? There's a bunch of stuff. Tonight at the Kilcare Surf Lifesaving Club, they have a family Friday sips. So they're having their bar open between 5 and 7:30, and then they'll also be screening a movie for the kids.
Oh,
So nice way to end the school holidays.
Right.
Yeah.
sounds lovely.
Tomorrow down at Avoca, North Avoca board riders, can't get my words out, are hosting the Groms for Glory surf comp.
I love that. The
So-
Groms for Glory.
Groms for
Yeah.
Glory.
Groms
yeah,
are the little ones, right?
Groms are the
Grommets.
little ones, yeah.
Little
yeah.
grommets.
Just
That's
don't ask me what
cute.
age they go to because I don't know.
No, I don't either. Little.
I'm still a Grom. I'm still a Grom.
And then on Saturday too, we've got the French Country Market, which is happening at Carryong.
Oh, oui, oui.
So yes, so this is European food, vintage homewares, fashion, jewellery, furniture.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
There's a good chance there'll be some crepes there.
I
chance
reckon
there'll
there'll
be
be
some
some
crepes
crepes
there.
there. Absolutely.
yum.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
and hopefully
really
a little
fun.
baguette and a
Ooh.
croissant.
Did you say
Oui, oui.
Saturday or Sunday?
That's happening on Saturday
tomorrow.
at Carryong. Yeah,
That's
tomorrow.
a fun thing.
And then on Sunday, also down at Davistown, is the annual Putt Putt Regatta, which is a wooden boat festival. Last year attracted 17,000 people down to the foreshore. Yeah, so it's a good day out. Markets, loads of fun for the family, stalls, kids' activities, and a really
That
good day
sounds
out.
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big weekend.
And then lastly, we have Woytopia, which is happening on Sunday too at Woy Woy, which is a sustainable living festival, which has kids fun, green talks, and a bunch of stuff all on sustainability in living in Woy Woy and the wider Central Coast.
I love that. Make sure you are keeping across Coasties Mag on Instagram as well, because in the stories and on the feed, there's always what you should be doing across the coast. And there's also a little feature of you and I there.
Just a little behind the scenes
Bit of
on the
behind the
breakfast
scenes.
We're
show,
special
yeah.
friends now of the magazine.
We're part of
so
the family.
Yes.
we have moved right in.
Or
We
furniture.
moved in on
We're
you.
never leaving.
Have a great weekend. Have
Thank
a
you
great
so much
time
for having me.
at Tasha's 40.
Yeah, tell her happy birthday from us.
We will do. Thanks, guys.
Gina and Matty.
This is doing the rounds on the talk. Is that a thing?
Okay. All right. We'll just
Can I
roll with
say
it.
that?
Yeah, please do.
So-
Say it more.
Doing the rounds on the talk. I might try and slide that in my normal life. So this is wedding do's and don'ts. So someone has put up a question. She said, my cousin wants to reveal the gender of her baby at my wedding
Now get lost.
and thinks I'm selfish for saying no, and now she's not speaking to me.
It's not your day. It's not your day.
Can you believe that? But she's probably, the cousin is
Some
thinking,
people-
well, the same family, maybe the same circle of friends might
She's
have...
trying to be a tight ass and save some money and not throw her own event.
What the hell is with the reveal anyway? Like,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I'm not
I'm not going to yuck other people's yum, because that's what life is. Not everyone likes the same stuff,
Yeah.
right? I get it, but we didn't do it. And I've been to a few, and I'm like, there's only probably 3 people at this thing who actually care: the mum, the dad, and maybe the grandparents.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
there's sometimes the grandfather's out the back drinking. So it's like, no one else cares. But hey, if you want to have a party, that's fine.
but don't do it at your cousin's wedding.
Not at the wedding.
Here's another one that's doing the rounds on the talk.
Oh gosh, went down a wormhole on the top. Your algorithm pumping your wedding stuff.
So,
You going to renew your vows with Rod soon?
I'd like to. Oh, mate, text his fiancée a couple of days before the wedding and says, what time's our wedding?
That's good.
I don't mind that.
What time is it? He's clearly involved in the planning
Like,
process.
is it 3 or 3:30? Like,
funny.
we had friends show up to our wedding an hour late because they thought it was 4, but it was 3. But that was friends. That wasn't the husband.
No. What time do you need me there? She is in for a long marriage then. If she needs to hold his hand to get him to the aisle.
She's already got a child. So then there's this other one. A photo was just taken. This came up this morning, and no doubt my whole algorithm is feeding me this. But old mate was sitting on his laptop working at his own wedding while guests were dancing. And his friend who works for him and is this new startup company in America took a photo of it going, now this is hard work. This is dedication to your job. Nah, you got to put the laptop away on your wedding day.
Yeah. I'm not doing any work on that.
That's a big no. No. That's a big no for me. Wearing white, no, right? You cannot wear white to a dress unless you're the bride. Here's some more no's and yeses, do's and don'ts about weddings.
Why do you not wear white?
Because you don't want to steal the bride's spotlight.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
I won't wear my cricket pants then to the next wedding I go to.
Don't wear.
What do you think about boys, Gina, though, wearing white? Is that okay to wear a white suit top?
No. I don't think so.
The
because,
Richie Benno jacket, cream, ivory, bone, off-white.
No, because they'll look like the wedding party. I think you got to let the wedding party do their thing. I don't think you should do that. Here's another
Arseless
one.
chaps. What if I wore those to a wedding? Is that okay?
You like to wear those everywhere. You got to get the most out of. They're expensive.
Yeah, they were actually. They're genuine leather. Sorry, Peter. Yeah.
Here's another one. No, I think this is a no to singing at your own wedding. I watched one last night where our mate was singing as his bride walked up the aisle, and he can hardly sing because he's crying so much, and she's crying, and it's beautiful, but I don't think you should sing at your own wedding.
I've been to some weddings where people have got up and sung. It's just like, this is clearly your only opportunity to sing in front of a crowd. Everyone just sort of, you can feel the room, everyone side eyeing each other, going, "Is this happening?" You're really doing.
But even for us
sit down, Darren.
It's not the time.
Not the time.
Even us who are in the music industry, no, I don't think we should. We ask our friends to sing at our wedding. I've sung at famous friends' weddings. They didn't
even ask. You just got up. Gina's had the margaritas again. Here she goes. Singing some Shania Twain once again.
You're not wrong.
Gina and Matty.
But if you are a fan of anything sport, geez, there's a lot rolling around. So, G, it's time for you to get pumped up to find out what's happening on the back page.
I'm excited.
Let's kick it off with the Bathurst 1000, which is happening this weekend. Actually, we're talking cars. Where's Shannon Knoll? Thank you, Noel Z. All right, practice sessions kicked off yesterday for Bathurst. A couple more this morning, and then qualifying sessions this afternoon that will determine who will make the top 10 shootout on Saturday, Arvo. Now, the race itself starts at 11:30 on Sunday. It's 161 laps, G, over 6 or 7 hours of driving.
Yeah.
Speeds of up to 300 kilometres down Conrod Straight.
That's a lot, isn't it? You know what some people will be doing right now? Apparently, they go early and they dig a hole and bury their beer.
That's what used to happen. I think
Does it not happen
I don't
anymore?
think that happens too much anymore. No, I heard Mark Beretta on the radio on the way in this morning, nice and early, saying that the campers were all up and about, ready to go. The party is
be so
firing.
Fun. Honestly, that would be fun.
Yeah, it would be a very loose weekend up there. God, I love Bathurst. Jeez, I just,
so you've been? I've been to Bathurst singing, but I've never been to the car race.
No, I haven't been there for Bathurst 1000, but I just love the town. It's just such a great town. And I have been up there to the track, Mount Panorama. Did some lulls, pulled out the kids. My daughter's scooter and rode the scooter down Conrod Straight on a kid and a girl's scooter, which is like so hilarious. The weather forecast doesn't have any rain on it for the weekend up there in Bathurst, so it could be a real fast race, especially those last 30 laps. Channel 7 is your place to catch it, free to air, and of course KO and Foxtel have it all as well. The Socceroos, G, or as we like to call them, the male Matildas, had a 3-1 win over China in Adelaide last night.
Awesome.
I know. First game under new coach Tony Popovic, of course, coming off a loss to Bahrain and a scoreless draw versus Minnows, Indonesia. They really needed that W. So they now take on Japan on Tuesday, and they just need to keep winning if they are any hope of making their 6th consecutive World Cup.
So, you know, you're a soccer player now because you've had that one game.
That one game of over 35.
When you win that one game, does it give you the confidence to win the next one? Does that help a lot, do you think, in your experience?
In all my experience? Yeah. That would be so... Seriously, seriously, Japan is going to be a real test for
Oh,
them.
really?
Oh, man, that is going to be a real tough game. So fingers crossed that they can get over the line on Tuesday. In the tennis world, some sad news or, everything comes to an end eventually, but Rafael Nadal, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, has announced that he'll retire from professional tennis at the end of the season after next month's Davis Cup finals. He announced it on his socials yesterday. In Spanish, here's a little bit of it.
Hola a todos, estoy aquí para comunicaros que me retiro del tenis profesional.
That's him just saying he's going to be retiring as a tennis professional at the end of the season. Now, he has won 22 Grand Slam titles, placing him second on the men's all-time list behind Novak Djokovic with 24. 14 of those wins came at Roland Garros, a tournament that he absolutely dominated on clay. A player unlike we will ever see again at the French Open. Absolutely incredible. He has an unprecedented 112-4 French Open record. So that means of the 116 games he has played at the French Open, he has won 112 of them. Absolutely
Have you seen him play live?
Yes, I had the Australian Open.
Yeah, me
I
too.
was so lucky.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Australian Open, just quickly, tickets have gone on sale if that's something that you are interested in. And the Australian Open, Craig Tilley, the boss there of Tennis Australia, is hanging his hat on Nick Kyrgios making his comeback. Kyrgios hasn't played for, I think, almost 2 years. And he's going to be making a comeback at the Australian Open.
That is a fun thing to go. If you've never been, it's worth the trip because there's music as well. It's such an event.
Speaking of music, I could be wrong. CJ, can you Google this? I think Kesha is making a comeback and she's going to be playing at the Australian Open.
Really?
TikTok. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, it is.
It's something, it's like a bucket list thing you should do once in your life.
We had more fun because I love all sport. I can
love your balls?
I could watch crab racing, right? I love it, right? But in the what do you call sort of like the event space, just around, not even at the tennis, just walking around the marquees, eating the food, the champagne
and the
lounge.
Yeah, it is really. We went.
Elitist. It is a little bit elitist, but it's one of those bucket list things.
I think it's worth, you should save up and do it one day, like a cruise. Everyone needs to have tried it.
Was that right?
It is so
Yes,
fun.
I can confirm that Kesha will be headlining the 2025 Australian Open.
There you go.
Wow.
Massive.
Just quickly, speaking of retiring, former Queensland State of Origin winger Corey Oates has said he's putting his family first after opting for retirement at 29 instead of seeking an overseas deal after not being offered another contract by the Brisbane Broncos. And also, just quickly staying with the NRL, the Parramatta Eels have given their star fullback Clint Gutherson permission to talk to other clubs after a meeting with power brokers and coach Jason Riles this morning. Gutho has been nothing but a stalwart for that club, and really, whatever you think about Gutho, he has put his body on the line for that club. So very interesting there, and there are whispers that he could be going to the Dragons after next season. And I'm going to wrap it up. I know I'm banging on a little bit here, but wrap it up with Ned Brockman. Now, I spoke about him last week on the show. Ned is attempting to break the world record for the fastest time to cover 1,000 miles on foot while aiming to raise money for Aussies experiencing homelessness. Current record stands at 10 days, 10 hours and 30 minutes. Now, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of figures and it's hard to get your head around. But basically, for Ned to do this, he needs to run 160 kilometres every day for 10 days. He's now into day 6 of doing this, and he is doing it. Wow. He is running 160 kilometres every day. The first day he did it in 16 hours. Now, that is fast. It's hard to get your head around, but to run 16 hours, to run 160 is fast. Bit too fast. So what he's now doing is trying to do it in 20 hours every day.
Right.
So he's sleeping for 2 hours a day and running for 20.
That's crazy.
It is. He's already raised over $600,000 for homelessness in Australia.
Good guy.
Yeah, he's got a whole lot more to go. He's in the pain cave and he needs all the support he can get. So if you can jump on the socials at Ned Brockman or Ned's Uncomfortable Challenge, get in there. If you've got a couple of bucks to donate as well, it's what's keeping him going. He's doing it at the Olympic Park in Homebush, running around a track, a 400-metre track, just non-stop. So I'm going to go to pop down there to Homebush to see him today to cheer him on. But if you can get in the socials and send him a little message, I'm sure he will appreciate it.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.